Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple, stock is down 0.70%, so Apple getting absolutely destroyed now, and we got a gap down today from 169.48, and this thing was not able to go back up and close this mini gap. So we got a gap here on top just under 170, and now it's trading at 168.84. Now we do have support down here. Lower Bollinger Band will act as a support 167, and then strong support at 166. Tomorrow, if this thing gets a bounce, watch out for the resistance at 170, and Apple can clear and hold 170. Then we can talk about 172 retesting 20-day moving average, and then breakout will happen above 173. You're going to see a clear direction, and Apple can move even higher all the way up to 177 to even 180. Until then, Apple on a strong downtrend, so watch out. Now below 170, this thing can easily come down and retest 166. On Meta, it's up 1.23%, and unfortunately this morning I was waiting for Meta to come down to 480 to 481. Same move like yesterday. Well, Meta actually had a different plan today, getting down to 484.65, and the dip was bought up immediately, guys. This thing exploded all the way up to, look at this now, near 498 and holding above rising 20-day moving average 497. So here on Meta, guys, tomorrow if this thing gets a rejection again from 497 right here, then watch out for the support at 490, 480, and then this gap 469. And above 497, watch out for a move back up to 500, and Meta can clear and hold 500. Then there will be more upside up to 504, 514, and then 520. On AMD, it's down 2.53%. Now, before we go and do any analysis on AMD, one thing I want to point out, guys, we do not have that bull trend on AMD anymore. And especially when you see a 20-day moving average not rising, not flat, declining, and you can see it's coming down now. That is not a bull trend unless we get a breakout immediately above 20-day moving average, which is now sitting close to 190, and that needs to happen, I would say, this week, if not early as next week. AMD cannot break and hold 184 and cannot close this gap 188. You can see two attempts right here. AMD was going up right here, got really close to it, came back, gave away all the gains. Again, another attempt yesterday, and failing right here and coming back and closing at right here. Look at this, 183.34, not above 184. And now it's below. Not only we got a declining 20-day moving average, all these moving averages right here are declining. Even 50-day, now it's kind of flat. It's coming down also. And it's trading below all these moving averages right here. So that is why AMD definitely not looking bullish, even though there were some dip buyers buying up the dip. Now AMD can clear 184, then you're going to see a move up to this gap 188, and possibly will retest 190 right here, 20-day moving average, and AMD can break and hold 190. Then we can talk about possibly going back up to the upside. Until then, guys, watch this resistance right here at 184, and then this gap 188, and then 189.87 to be exact, but I would say 190. Below 184, there is no support, and this thing can come all the way down to this gap 164.90, and that is gonna be a better level if you're buying the dip on AMD right here at 164.90. And you can see also lower Bollinger Band not going up anymore. It is actually coming down. So yes, any moment we could see AMD coming down and closing this massive gap just under 165. On Microsoft, it's down 0.74%, and this is getting really insane. I mean, look at this, guys. This thing broke out yesterday, came back, retesting 20-day moving average 417, low for the day 417.84, went back up and again holding above this previous all-time highs, which is 420 to 421, and that is looking good on Microsoft. So going into tomorrow's session, there will be resistance at 422 and then right here at 422.80. So I would say in between 422 and 423. Microsoft can clear all that, then you're going to see a move all the way back up to possibly 430 to 435. And below 420 right here, you're going to see a dump off again down to rising 20-day moving average 417.57. We also have support below that 415 and then all the way down here 413. We also have rising 50-day moving average 411.69 and then this gap all the way down here 405.68. On Tesla, stock is down 4.90%. It was down, I think, 7%. Now, I did talk about Tesla last night that there is a big move coming here on Tesla. And with the delivery numbers, this thing took a dump off all the way down to this gap and closing this gap at 165, getting down to where? Lower Bollinger Band, hitting 163 and then going back up and now holding 165 as a support on Tesla. So, are we going to see finally Tesla going up to close some of these gaps to the upside? Well, there is a possibility. Lower Bollinger Band is still going up and it's holding as a support right here, at least for today. So here on Tesla, guys, 165, that's going to be your line in the sand, and below that, 163.54 right here, lower Bollinger Band, and then this low, 160. To the upside, as long as Tesla can hold 165, early as tomorrow morning, we could see Tesla going up and filling this gap at 170, and above that we can talk about more upside, possibly coming back up to retest negative sloping 20-day moving average 173.72, and then we can talk about even 180 up to this gap 186.72 on Tesla. On Nvidia, stock is down 1%, so Nvidia came all the way down to 876, going back up and now trading below right here 20-day moving average 900. So now there will be strong resistance at 900, and you can see Nvidia opening at 884, going back up to 900, high for the day 900, and getting a rejection and now trading at 894.52, down 1%. And I think as long as Nvidia stays under 900, there is a good chance Nvidia will come down to 840 and then this gap 823. Now, Nvidia, there is no guarantee that it's going to happen, so don't go and short it, blindly. If this thing breaks out above 900, then watch out. This thing can resume that rally again back up to the upside, and above 900, this thing can move all the way back up to 926 and then 960. On Amazon, stock is down 0.15%, so kind of a flat day on Amazon. And again, guys, the breakout is holding 180, which is insane that even with a big pullback today, Amazon holding above 180, Microsoft holding above 420, which is just insane that, even with a bigger pullback, some of these big names are not coming down. So if these names are not coming down, who's going to bring the market down? Neo stock? I don't think so, right? So that is just crazy how, the support levels are holding. And that is good for like day trading, maybe even overnight swing trading, but not long term. You're pretty much buying at the top. And again, holding 180. So, that leaves a door open for a move all the way up to 185 on Amazon and only below 180. Look at the support here holding. And we talked about it last night, exactly down to 13-day moving average. 178 support was holding, went back up and now trading at 180. So below 180, we do have support at 178. 177 also will be a support, 20-day moving average, and then this gap down here possibly at some point, maybe not right now, but below 177. Then we can talk about coming down to 173 and then this gap 170. Until then, as long as Amazon can stay above 180, there is a good chance this thing can move back up to 185, and that would be a fresh new 52-week high on Amazon. On Google, stock is down 0.40%, and Google here, guys, this is just insane. I was trying to buy Google here at 153. It opened at 154.75, went back up to 156, and then later it was coming down, and I was not even watching this move down to 153 and getting a bounce off of this level. Now, I gave you guys these levels last night, and look at the bounce here from 153 back up over 155. So the breakout, again, we got confirmation. Yes, it's down on the day slightly, 0.40%, which is nothing. But the point here I'm making, this breakout is still intact and it's holding above 155, and now above 155. I mean, look at this Bollinger Band on top. This thing can move all the way up to easily 160 and possibly even 162. So Google can move even higher as long as the support can hold 155, and below that we do have support, and this moving average right here 5-day will move up going into tomorrow. So that's going to be near 155, and that is going to be a strong support, and this moving average will push the price higher all the way up to 160 plus. Now, unless we get unexpected pullback tomorrow like today, then watch out for the support 153, and it's around 154, guys. I mean, this moving average now moving up, so I would say 154. That's gonna be a level to watch going into tomorrow's session, and then watch out for 150, 148, and then we can talk about Google coming down and filling this gap just below 145. Google, we do have a bull trend. All these moving averages right here are positively sloping to the upside, so do not blindly go and short Google here, because this thing can move even higher up to 160 plus. So Netflix staying flat on the day, and the same thing, and I'm not going to repeat, guys. I mean, anybody, a baby, can make money as long as the support can hold and you can have a stop loss in place. Again, 605 low for the day, just like yesterday, and went back up to 615. So if you caught the dip right here, you made decent money. I mean, this is not decent, more than decent, guys. Huge move, a $10 move to the upside on Netflix. That is big money, not decent. So here on Netflix, now it's trading slightly above 20-day moving average, 613.67, and again holding 20-day. So as long as Netflix can stay above, I would say 614, there is a good chance this thing can move back up to the upside all the way back up to 630. And below 614, since momentum is shifting to the downside, we also have earnings coming up in about 3 weeks. Watch out, 604 then needs to hold below 614, and below 604, 600, and then 588 all the way down here, and then this gap 575.78.